now recording.
Hey guys, this is the My Friend Tim podcast episode. I think we're on like 100 now. Is that right?
Must be.
Yeah, we've just done
Must
so many
be.
of these. So we have Tim here today, as always. He's the co-host, and me, who is also a co-host,
That's it.
because we're like a group.
Yeah, nobody
like a
else
duo.
is in the podcast today.
We have a special guest today. Well, not
I
special.
forgot.
He's not special anymore because he's been on the podcast multiple times. He's just a guest now. Max, he's here.
Hi.
He's just here to
Hi.
do whatever, I guess.
We cannot shake him off.
I'm like a like a pigeon. When you feed me once, you gotta keep feeding me.
Like a homeless person.
Yeah.
Give him
Just
a little
keep
bit of
coming
change
back.
and you just keep returning.
More change, please.
Fellas, I have a story to start off the podcast.
You have a story?
I have a
Well-
story.
Let's
You
hear
do?
it.
In an effort not to dox this monster, I'm not
Yeah,
going to specify when this happened
Or his name.
or his name. Let's just call him
Brad.
Satan.
Or Satan works too.
No. Let's call him Ketchup Man.
Ketchup holder. More like.
Okay, tell the story.
So me and the fellas. So we're gonna Max and Kody here. We're going through the drive-thru as well as Sean, previous guest.
Yep.
We're going through the
Yeah.
drive-thru
Last
McDonald's.
episode. Last episode.
No, that wasn't. Last episode was just Tim and
The
me.
fourth one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
keep going.
So we're going through the drive-thru. No, I'm just going through the drive-thru because I went back around because I didn't wanted a meal this time. And it's just me going through on my bike. And then I pay for it and everything. I pull up to the to get my food, and I ask politely, is there like ketchup in here? Because I've been fooled before. And he goes, with a smug look on his face, may I add, maybe. So I took it as like a yes. Like he
Maybe
says,
there's some.
Of course, he
Maybe
went to
there's
say
some
maybe.
mustard in here. You never
Maybe.
know.
So I sit down. There's no ketchup. So I go back. So I'm enraged.
You're enraged. Gosh, there's no ketchup in here.
So I go back around for a second time, but this time
To
with
the
the boys
drive-thru.
to back, with my trustworthy friends, may I had to back me up.
Did you
Yes,
wait?
we were
Did you
very
did you give
trustworthy.
the detail that we're on bikes?
Yeah, we were on bikes.
Oh yeah.
So we're looking pretty obnoxious going through this drive-thru around for a second time.
Drive through to the
Third
the,
time, actually.
on bikes. So
Yep,
if we
on
have
bikes
four
with, like a
people,
line of cars behind us.
we have 4 people, right? So 2 by 2. So
Mhm.
we basically look like a semi or
Mhm.
a car.
Yeah, holding up a line of cars.
Mhm.
So we're going through, and I go.
I'll cut it out.
You
Don't
know
worry.
what? You know what? Screw it. Just put his address in it.
No,
I don't care.
no, I'll cut it out.
No, let the viewers go to his house with pitchforks and
Slaughter.
yeah, that's for all I care. And I go, okay, order.
Stop saying his
Also, yeah.
name. I need to cut it out more.
I'm just making sure you do your work, do your end of the podcast. I'm doing it.
Dude, you'll make it way more easier if you just call him Ketchup Holder.
We're Satan.
Call him KC. Ketchup Carrier. KC.
Okay, ketchup carrier. So I go. I noticed you didn't give me any ketchup, and I hold out my hand, and my friends are going, "Don't give him ketchup! Don't give him ketchup!"
I don't
Who I
remember
thought were my
that. I don't
companions.
remember that.
So I hold it out, and
Yeah.
he fakes it out. He goes to
remember
give me
that.
some ketchup, but there's nothing in his hand.
Yeah, he holds out a fist, and then Tim slides his hand under, like a puppy wanting some ketchup. Please, Mister, I want some more ketchup. And then he opens his hand, and there's nothing. Nothing drops in his hand.
Just salt on the wound at that point.
It's so sad. So sad.
And to rub
But he
more
gave
salt on
me
the wound.
ketchup. But he gave me ketchup.
Yeah, he gave my friends ketchup.
What a pity, huh?
Dude, he's giving me a bad image of the whole corporation of McDonald's.
Yeah, I don't think we should ever eat there again when we go biking.
I hate McDonald's because the one worker didn't give me ketchup.
He didn't just not give me ketchup, he mocked me.
Should I talk about how I work at that McDonald's and he's my coworker?
I bet he's a crappy coworker.
He does his job. Well, certain people he finds are weak, weak-willed.
Dude,
Like
he must have
Tim.
chosen the wrong target. Yeah, he does his job, but does he taunt his paying customers?
Well, you gonna go?
Maybe.
Maybe.
He's gonna start a raid for ketchup. Where are you keeping it? Go in there with like
I
SWAT
bet he's just
team.
got a stash
Like
of
searching
just
for
ketchup
ketchup.
packets from his work that he just doesn't give to employees or not employees, customers.
To his house or something, and drown him in ketchup.
What do you think he does with all the ketchup?
Dude,
Probably
he just
eats it.
decided not to give you ketchup, Tim. What? You're making this such a big deal.
Good thing we were there to beat him up for you, Tim.
Yeah, good thing
Yeah.
my brother's
Yeah.
always got
Good
my
thing we
back.
when he did
Nah,
that, we just pulled him out the window. We took him to the back
pull
of
him
the
through and
McDonald's
start beat him up.
Yeah.
around the corner. We like rode our bikes on his like stupid little face, right?
Yeah.
I hope he's not listening to this.
Simply
Coworker.
explain to the authorities. When they look at his like just bloody beaten body, I'll tell them my story, and they'll be like, "Oh, carry on."
We just leave a note on his taped on his like head. Do not give me ketchup.
Twice. Yeah, he could have just gave in and just gave it to me, but he just committed to the joke so much.
It was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny.
I am sorry for interrupting the podcast. I know it's pretty entertaining, but I have a quick word from our sponsor, from Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. First of all, it's free, and everyone loves a free thing. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, and you don't need that clunky hardware or, the expensive software. And Anchor will also help you distribute your podcast for you. And it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And Anchor will help you bring your podcast to those platforms, which is awesome. And then you can actually make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. That means if from the first viewer of the podcast, from the first listener, you can start making money right away. You don't need like a minimum, like 10 people to listen before you make a cent. You get it. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Once again, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Thank you, Anchor, for sponsoring the podcast. All right, off that dumb McDonald's ketchup story. You made too big of a deal off of it, Tim. All right, we have another story.
You idiot.
The time we explored the abandoned house, or I thought it was abandoned. It might be abandoned.
Hopefully it was. It's like super haunted though. I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
Maybe the dugout ceilings mean it's abandoned.
Hopefully,
I don't know.
Well, okay. Let's tell the story. So,
Okay.
whenever I'm in my neighborhood, there's a street and it curves onto another street, and at the end of that street is this old house that there's an old car parked outside of it, and it's like vintage, like super vintage, I think.
It's like its tires are like 2 inches into the dirt too.
It looks like a car from like the 80s, dude.
It looks like it's been sitting there since the 80s.
Yeah. And like whenever I walk by the house, I'm like, oh, it's the house I get chased by the dogs by too. And then whenever I
Cursed
get
part of
chased by the
town.
dogs, I just run onto that abandoned house lawn because the doors always like are open whenever I like walk by, and then like sometimes it's closed too. I think there might be like a homeless guy. I thought there was a homeless guy living in it, but
What did you think?
oh,
Why do you think that? You didn't mention to tell us that before we went in.
I didn't think it was a big deal. It might be the wind.
The wind, the closed door. It might be the wind. You think the wind
I forgot to
opened the
mention,
door
there's a guy
handle?
with a gun around the corner.
All right.
I
Pretty
forgot to
sure.
mention this is actually my
I don't know if
drug
also.
dealer Carlos's
I don't know.
place.
Carlos, you in there? And also, so we
I'm
might
pretty
be
sure as well.
incriminating ourselves. Let's hope
I've
not.
committed many of felonies.
I have not
in my
said my
day.
address. This could be anywhere in the world. We don't know where it is, so I cannot be held
Here, I'll help you out
accountable.
here.
There's no evidence against me. Okay,
Fingerprints
so
on the door.
it's a day. It's a somewhere. It's a nice day out, right? We're like, oh, actually, it was pretty windy, but I suggest that we go to this
No, that wasn't the
abandoned.
day that it was windy.
It wasn't.
It wasn't super windy that day. No,
Kind of.
that
So
was when we just biked around by like Luke's house and stuff.
Yep. Our other friend. So I
Naming
suggest.
names.
Well, he might come on the podcast. Other than we might leave a few footprints in the house. I
Yeah.
suggest that we go to the abandoned house. I also don't know if it's like illegal. Pretty sure it's illegal to do this in my neighborhood. So we arrive on the spot in front of the driveway, and I'm pretty sure asbestos is like flammable too. It's like they're really bad for you, anyways.
Yeah,
The story just
really.
keeps on getting better for you, Kody.
So, didn't we think about like leaving? Because you guys were scared. But then
Oh yeah, we were
I
so scared.
brought up the idea to check the front door, and guess what? It was open, guys. And I was the first one to go in because I'm super brave.
Yeah, you are. Super brave.
Brave little boy.
Okay, so I walk
So
in.
brave.
It's a pretty like modern house. I think it's like
It was
it's
not
not like
modern. It was not
well,
modern.
it's not modern. It's
It was
kind of
not even close to no.
it was
It was
probably
like
built in like the 90s. Honestly, I thought about going in the front door, but I guess we didn't.
we just
So
walked around the house for a few
yeah.
minutes.
We parked
We're
our
kind of afraid
bikes
of going
next to
there.
that car.
At least
Yeah.
me and Tim were.
Yeah.
Cody wasn't. Cody was
I
like,
had
"Oh,
I was
Tim."
I was in an adventurous mood. So we go behind the back, and they have this like this little tiny room with the breaker box or whatever it's called, and you guys are too scared to go in. So I'm like, hey, maybe the back door works, and oh, too bad it's locked. And we were like all like going around the house, and we're looking through windows, and we see there's like a bunch of dirt in all the rooms. Like
Yeah,
the
because the
ceiling's been
ceilings are
dug
dug
out.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. Super weird. And I thought it might be like because the house had like asbestos in the ceilings. So they just dug it out to find asbestos.
Yeah, and not he didn't mention that until after we got out of the house.
Well,
As
I
we're
don't know
biking
if
away from the scene. Oh,
I don't
the
know
house
for
we just went
sure.
in and breathed in the air. Asbestos.
Oh, that's why I have a sudden cough in my throat. That's why I suddenly feel like I'm sick.
How
Oh,
do you guys
it's
feel?
asbestos.
It was,
I would say it was built in like the 70s, but it was updated in around the 90s.
okay. Well, I'd say is like, what do you think the owners like last lived in it?
What?
What do you think the owners
Didn't
last
catch
lived
that.
in the house?
Not for a couple,
you-
quite a few years.
well, yeah, probably
10 years might be
30.
a high estimate.
No, it's not. It's not a high estimate. That place has not been lived in a long time, Tim.
Judging by
I'd
how much
say
the
at
tires were
least,
sunk in.
yeah, I'd say at least 10 years, but at most, it
Like this-
is, yeah.
It was like super dirty inside too, and that car looks like it hasn't been driven in a long time.
Yeah, the tires were completely flat.
Yeah,
it was
And the
sunken,
model was old.
it was sunken
Just
like
like
2 inches into the ground.
keeping up dust. Yeah, I think at least like maybe 15 years. Here, let's get out the car, and so we go back. We go into the house, and there's like a kitchen in the first room.
Mhm.
Tim, you're moving around too much.
My bad.
Yeah, you're bad, Tim. You are bad. It's your. It is your bad, Tim. You suck. I hate
Thanks
you.
for clarifying, buddy.
Okay, so we go into the room, and I think I kind of noticed that the floors are kind of moldy because it was like the old tile, like tiling in the floors, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are like paying attention to floors, but I kind of noticed like there was some gray spots, so would have been like moldy.
Yeah, with those floors and all, like how moldy and sketchy it was. I was waiting for you to like take a step forward and like fall through the floorboards or something to the floor.
And then all uh, 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 uh,
What?
sorry guys, my thing glitched out.
Oh.
Then all
Okay.
of the ghosts of Playboy Mansion appeared.
Yeah, and they started jumping on me and Kody, and then Tim was left over there in the corner.
They just go right through you guys.
With the weird child predator guy.
old musty, like mustard stain on his shirt ghost.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like weird because when I took like the first step into the house, like my foot started itching. So, so there might be a ghost in there or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah. When we all got in there, we heard the door creaking and it slammed.
and then Tim walked in. He walked by the fridge and his pants got pulled down. I'm
Yeah,
like,
he
whoa.
went
What?
completely naked. Completely
Yeah.
naked.
I don't know who this ghost was.
This ghost pulled down his pants completely. He got pantsed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was just the ghost of a young, attractive woman who died from.
No, it wasn't. It was actually some weird old man who died from asbestos poisoning.
Asbestos
It was actually
poisoning.
Asbestos.
the young granddaughter.
It was actually
model.
not. No, it
Victoria's
actually
Secret
was a
model.
weird old man who's actually a child predator.
No, it was
Dude,
it was
that's what I
my
saw.
drug dealer Carlos hiding around the corner in the cabinets. He's just bad dude. No, I'm kidding. I don't have a drug dealer, guys.
And then Tim started helicoptering it just around in circles. And we were like, Tim, no, because
Anyways, okay. There's like multiple rooms in the house, and like a lot of the rooms have like the ceiling, or I don't know. It might be like dirt. It didn't look like something that came from
it
the
was like
ceiling.
dug out though.
Yeah, but it was like super brown and kind of looked like rocks and soil mixed in there, though. I'm not sure if it
It
came
could
It'd
from
be
be
the
like
like
just a
the
regular bedroom and like a huge pile of just like dirt dug up from the ceiling.
yeah.
My first thought was there might be like someone buried in there. They,
Just a
The
random
owner-
just pile of dirt in the other room.
it's abandoned because the owner killed someone there, buried him, and then they like ran away, and there's just a ghost in there now. We are moving on. Now moving on. Now recording. Okay, we're moving on to this next story, which is the bus. In the middle of basically nowhere. So Okay, how did we
Called
find
the
the bus?
Bang Bus.
Well,
Yeah,
next to
we call it the official name, Bang Bus.
middle of nowhere, but right next to the Lutheran camp.
We
I
can talk
wonder who
about
the
that.
bus belongs
Talk
to.
about that later. No, Tim, you just spoiled the whole. You're just trying to spoil the whole story before we even get started.
I didn't think that was a spoiler. I just thought. Okay, yeah. Now that I
Literally a
think about it, that would be a
punchline.
better reveal. Cut out. Let's redo it. Cut it out.
God dang it, Tim.
Okay, you know what? This is staying
What
in.
is her name? Ela? Ela?
Dude, don't dox Ela when we're live.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. All right. How do we find the Bang Bus? Me and Tim were on a day excursion out
A
in the
date.
middle.
We'll just call it a
Decided
date.
to. We're on a date. We start biking, right? And we pick a direction to go. And we go on this one road that leads us to the middle of nowhere. And we find there's a farm right next to the bus, but that's about it. So we get to the bus, right? And Tim, he's afraid. He's like, Kody, no, it's private property.
No, I'm cautious and smart.
No, you said, oh, Kody, it's private property. And I said, no, this is a venture, Tim. This will make a great story on the podcast. I said that, Tim.
You did.
So we go on the bus. We honestly didn't spend that much time here the first time. So we go on the bus. There's literally nothing on the bus. It's a bus. There's nothing to expect. Well, we did expect a homeless man, a homeless guy in every situation where there's an abandoned building. It always
Or
has to be
just
homeless.
object. Because the bus isn't
So-
really a building.
Yeah.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
There's a homeless guy in every seat. It's a homeless guy. You know how in like LA, there's like people who camp, and there's like rows of
And
tents.
like on the side of the street.
Yeah, there's like rows.
There's
But
just a single homeless man for just laying in every seat.
Get this bus moving.
We walk on, they just all booked their heads up.
Okay. So there's nothing on the bus. Boring, right? So there's like a little house, or I don't know how to describe it. It's a little building.
It's like a little shack.
Yeah, it's a little shack. I don't know why there's like a giant garage door, but there's no garage door. It's like literally open. Looks like a horse stable. All right, so we go in there. I'm expecting a homeless guy again. No homeless guy. And Tim gets scared and he's like, let's get out of here, Kody, before someone catches us doing a crime.
Let's skedaddle. I don't like those.
I don't like where this date is going. Let's take this. You have to buy me dinner first, Kody, before we take this to the bus, the Bang Bus. Anyways, we leave, right? And then a few days later, we decide to bring Max with us. This is where Max comes in.
Yeah. And on the way there, we took a pee in a lake. I meant we didn't do that.
We did that the first time around. It's actually our traditional peeing spot.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's basically tradition now. There's
Mhm.
2 times.
Yeah.
You don't just come
In the
across
same
the
thing.
spot and not to just take a little, a little pee.
It's so inviting. Like it's open.
Mhm.
Yeah.
can hear
And
the
many
lady.
cars drove by.
You can hear the lady in the lake. Pee on me. Pee on us.
The sirens.
The sirens in the lake, they're like, pee on me. We drink pee. Anyways, we bring Max to the bus and we decide to shoot a vlog there. And I'm not gonna tell you the vlog channel. Just go find it. It's called Bang Bus Boys. It's called Bus Boys. You guys can go find the video. Anyways,
It's on Kody Chen vlogs.
Okay. So Max, what was your experience like finding coming onto the
My experience, like going there, or just like when we got there.
when we got there and you saw the
it was
bus?
hot. It was so hot.
Yeah, it was like a
Like I'm talking like hot as in sauna and hot as in like sexy too, because
because it was a
so
bang
many
bus.
women, tons of them. Right, boys?
No.
They were just waiting
It's
there for
actually
us. I didn't even order
It
them.
is a good spot. I think it's a good spot to bring out a lady and just
Yeah.
knock
Yeah, but
them
do you
up.
want to be caught by the owner with a girl inside a bus? Explain that.
Guys, that's why we need to buy a bang bus.
We're just breeding in there.
We should set up
Yeah,
a
it would be cool.
GoFundMe for a bang bus.
Honestly, if we buy like a school bus and then we take out all the seats inside, we can put in a shower. We can put in with water tank. Like
Yeah.
they have
Yeah.
that in movies, right?
Yeah, you can do.
So I think it's doable in a bus, and then we can have like working toilets, and then we have like bunk beds laid out across the thing. Isn't there like a thing like below
and
the
then
bus?
one master suite.
Master suite. How is that gonna
Yeah.
work? Are we
When
gonna have
all
like
the
It's just
other
in the
guys
back of the
are
bus.
renting
back.
out these fancy limos, we just have this bus / man cave.
And then we do a paint job. We paint the whole bus black.
Yeah.
And then white text on the side and like Comic
Bang
Sans.
bus.
Bang bus.
Get on. This is your stop. Okay, back to the story. So, Max, you get on the bus, and
Yeah.
what's your first thought? Oh, you say it's hot. Right?
Yeah, my first thought was it was steaming.
Okay. And basically we just hang out on the bus, and I decided to record a vlog, and you can watch all that unfold on what Max already said, my vlog channel. Okay. So I think we can get to the point where we're getting off the bus, right?
Yeah.
And we want to go. Tim, do you want to tell this part?
Oh, yep. So we're getting off, and Max is like, I think it was Max, right?
Okay,
He's like
before
on
we
top
go,
of the bus.
before we decided to go, we like do a photo shoot, basically,
Mm-hmm.
which is highly incriminating ourselves. We're getting on top of a bus, which is already like private property.
I mean, I got on the very top. I mean,
No damage done. We were just doing made some pretty cool Instagram profile.
Yeah, maybe like a few, like 30 dents in the bus.
No, we didn't even put anything like that in. Unless you guys stomped on it. I didn't do anything.
No, we didn't leave any dents. I don't think I'm heavy enough to leave a dent in a bus hood.
I put a huge dent in the hood.
Did you really?
I body slammed the hood, dude.
I'm like, private property, fuck you. So we get. All right, Tim, you can tell this part. We decided to start to leave on our way, right?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure. Wasn't it Max? He was like on top of the bus as we're getting out.
No,
Okay, we were all down at this point.
We're already down, and we're like getting our bikes.
But there was a chance that he'd already seen us, and there's just like this older, middle-aged dude. He's walking down the road.
Isn't he
we're
walking?
a little nervous.
Yeah, I feel
Max
like
is like, let's hide behind the bus. But I told him, not a good idea, Max, because
you did not say that.
Yes, I did.
No, he did.
You didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, you did say not a good idea to hide.
I said not a good idea because he'd rather
You didn't
just
say
like
that at the
casually
time.
walk out than be.
No, you
No,
didn't
he
say
said
that
it
at the time. You
He
said
said
that
it
after.
at the time. No, he said it at the time. That's why I actually came out from behind it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this guy. Keep going. You tell the story.
We're walking right into the jaws of potential death here as we walk towards the man. And then I smooth talk my way out of the situation. I go,
No, you have
"Whoa."
to go into it. Talk
Yeah,
about you.
talk about what he says, Tim. You're like
I don't even know what he
skipping the
said. He
whole
said
thing.
something to you guys, and then I
You
said
don't know
something.
what
I'm
he
the guy.
said.
Here, I'll pretend to be the guy, okay?
What did he say?
What are you guys doing? And then and then I say, oh, we're just looking at the bus.
Yeah.
There's
And I
a
didn't even hear any of that conversation. So I was just trying to play it off cool. So I went,
okay. I said no, Tim. I says, I says,
I says,
oh,
You says.
there's a bus in the middle of nowhere, right? And then he says, yeah, that's our bus, right? Tim, what do you say? You came in this part.
yeah. And I hadn't heard any of this.
Hero of the
I was
story.
just like, whoa, a bus. Trying to act all innocent. And he goes, oh, yep, that's actually the church's bus in the Lutheran camp. And I go, whoa, man, we weren't doing anything to it. We were just looking around. And he gives me a double thumbs up.
No, he doesn't.
He did.
He actually.
He did.
He comes over to you, he bends you down, gives you a slap on the ass. It's like, guys.
No time for talking. Time
And
for.
then
Yeah, you guys were supposed to say that. You guys were.
what did I say? What I say? What
No
I say in
time
this
for.
part?
No time for
No
talking.
time
and
for
then,
talking. No
and then-
time for talking.
And then you're supposed to say time for ass shaking. That's right.
No time for talking. Time for ass shaking.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, that's what he said. And then Tim, he gets scared. He's like, "Oh no, I don't want to. I want to be arrested. I don't want to be go to juvie." And
No, I
he
think the
stops
fear was
shaking.
mutual.
He
Okay.
gets down on his knees
No,
and
it's
he
only
starts
Tim.
shaking his ass.
No, I don't.
Starts throwing
I
it
don't
back.
remember this part of the story.
Yeah, it's true.
And
He
the guy
doesn't
gets
remember
on-
it through embarrassment.
The guy puts a chain around you, drags you to the bang bus, and the story ends there. Me and Max were afraid. We bike away,
Yeah,
and we leave Tim on the bang bus, the old guy.
yeah, with
No,
the
I
creepy
actually
old dude.
remember him whipping out a shotgun. I don't even know where it came from. Started shooting at us. I throw you guys to the side.
I don't
Of
remember
course.
this. I'm pretty sure it was me who did that.
Of course, willing to sacrifice myself for my friends, and I charge at the man, taking 2 bullets to the shoulders
I'm pretty
before
sure it was me who did that.
punting him down.
And this guy says, "That's my bang bus."
And I said, bad Lutheran, bad Lutheran. And I
And
He
he's
actually-
spanking him.
He actually told me that he goes on trips on the bang bus, and he has all those little kids on the bang bus, and he does some ungodly things.
Dude,
Honestly,
this
I
seemed
don't
like
even
one of
know
those type of.
why he would. I don't
He
even
seemed
know
like
why
one
he
of those
went to the
camp counselors who was like, "Oh, let's go roast some s'mores later, guys."
Oh, let's do some night tag, guys.
Arts and
Let's
crafts,
go around
guys.
Indian
Anybody?
style.
I'm it. Oh no.
Okay, I'll get that for
Don't.
Okay.
I guess we got a new guest in the podcast.
That was my mom. You know what? I'll keep it in because it's funny, I guess.
You still live with your mom, loser? You kidding me?
Dude, I'm only
This
a
guy.
teenager.
I bet you love her too, dude.
Dude,
I
bet this guy gets kisses from his
I don't
mother
even
and
love my
hugs.
mom. Dude, I don't love my mom.
Dude, I bet you kiss her on the lips, dude.
Dude, no, dude, that's not what I do.
Dude, seriously? I bet you do. I bet you kiss her on the lips, dude.
I bet you look your mother straight in the eye and say, "I love you."
I bet she says it back, too.
We went to the bang bus, but safe to say, I'd say we all retained our V cards. Is that right?
Yeah, thank God.
Tim,
Right, Tim?
you?
I know. I know I did.
I
All right, so I think it's about time to end the podcast, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean,
Do you have anything to plug?
I think it was a good show.
You got anything to plug, Max?
I don't know. Maybe in a little bit. Maybe
Can I give a little sneak peek on
little
something
down
you're
the
working
line.
on? Can I give you
I
a little
mean-
sneak peek? Can I give a little sneak peek?
are you talking about the
Listeners?
OnlyFans?
No.
Oh wait, that's further down the line. Never mind.
Wait, what did you say?
OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, that's maybe a little later. Not
Alright,
right
can
now.
I? Okay. Do you want to give a sneak peek, or should I just say a little
I mean,
sneak peek?
You can if you want to. I don't know.
Okay, so
Not gonna make you plug it.
it's a little thing Max is working on. It has something to do with what you're wearing.
Are you telling me that he's
Are you-
making a line of clothing?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. It's all in the works. It's all in the water
Maybe.
works.
I don't know.
Clockworks. Maybe.
It's everything's possible at this point.
Yeah,
I mean,
everything's possible. All right. Anyways, Max,
Yeah.
you've been a wonderful guest.
Thank you.
Little.
Thank you so much.
Would you come back? Well, of course you come back.
I've
You've
came
already
back
came
quite a
back,
few
yeah.
times. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say sure, unless you guys ditch me.
Unless we don't
for,
want you
like,
to come back. Anyways,
like somebody weird.
that was my air conditioning. If you heard that.
Okay,
Okay.
I
Anyways,
didn't hear it, but
we ending the podcast, but we all retained our V cards. That's a good thing, right? All of us.
yeah.
Right? Except Tim. Except Tim.
Guys, I
Yeah.
told you, I still have it.
No,
Knock
Tim
it
doesn't
off.
have it.
No,
Tim
you don't have
lost
it,
it.
dude.
Dude, knock it off.
I think you like dropped your V card like
Dude,
when you were
guys,
walking up the
stop.
street.
Stop.
Me
Oh,
and Kody
also-
still have ours.
Yeah, we went to the
Me
store,
and
right?
Kody.
And then he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, would you pay by cash or credit or V card?" And then actually they only accept V cards. And then
I'm
Tim's like,
out.